welcome to the 10th day of Vlogmas. It's Sunday and the day has started great. I have made some pancakes for brunch and my in-laws popped in, which was lovely. And I'm just finishing cleaning up the kitchen. I just need to dry some dishes off of the dish rack and empty the dishwasher. And then we will be able to continue with the day. I am really happy that I almost finished decorating the Christmas tree last night. All it needs is a star. My older son, Nicholas, has asked to put the star up this year because he claims he never has. So I know that he did when he was little, but realistically my younger son Dominic has been responsible for the star topper for the last recent years. I'm going to finish cleaning up the kitchen and then we're going to head to the fodder store. I need some more food for my baby chicks. They are growing so fast and they've almost eaten all of the food that we purchased for them before we got them. So we'd like to do that this morning and then hopefully a relaxing afternoon. My husband is making dinner tonight, so Scott has plans to make a roast pork, which I'm very excited for. He's an amazing cook, so it'll be really nice to have a dinner made by him today. And yeah, the rest of the day is really unplanned at this point. We just really want to take it easy. It is now 1:30 in the afternoon, so I'm going to finish drying these dishes, put them away, and we'll head to the fodder store. It's 4 o'clock. I can't believe this day is going so quickly. I've just made myself an afternoon coffee. I'm feeling very chilled today. It's still quite cold. I think it's around 14 degrees Celsius, which is pretty chilly here. Apparently tomorrow it's meant to be around 30, so it's lovely how one day feels like winter and the next day is going to feel like summer. But it seems to be the way that our climate is at the moment. I remember when I was little, we had summers and we had heat waves. And not that I'm saying I want heat waves, but I remember it being a little bit more consistently warm. I don't remember wearing woolen items and sweaters and jumpers and long jeans in the middle of summer as a kid. However, I am wearing hand knit socks again today, and that is good. I'm wearing my Cozy Knitter Advent socks from 2022 maybe? I think they might be last year's. Maybe they're 2020. I'll have to look them up and I'll let you know. I don't think I've even taken any footage of them yet, so I'll show you them once I finish chatting. But I just wanted to say that we've been to the fodder store. We picked up some chick food and we also picked them up some chick grit. Now if you've ever had any chickens, you may know that you need chick grit if you're giving them anything other than chick starter or chicken food. It helps them break down the food. They don't have teeth, apparently. So to break down food, instead of chewing their food, they grind it down with grit and it goes into their sort of, I don't remember what it's called, I think maybe a gullet, I don't know, I'm guessing that. And picked some of that up because I'd like to take them out, and I think I said this before we went actually, maybe I just thought it. I'd like to take them out on the lawn this week so they can start learning to forage and find some things in there. I've got a little cage that I've purchased, like a pet cage, that I just need to put a top on because I've got a couple of flighty ones. So I'm really keen to get them outside when it gets a little warmer and drier. So that will be really nice. And I'll give them the chick grit to make sure that if they do eat anything that isn't their usual chicken food, isn't their usual chick starter food, they will be okay. The other thing we picked up was some little watering attachments that we're going to attach to a little canister. They're getting quite big now, and what I'm finding is they're kicking a lot more of their wood shavings into their waterer. And this morning when I went in there to change their water, I could not see any water. There were so many shavings in there. So they'd kicked so much stuff in there that the wood shavings had soaked up all of the water. So I think that will be a nice backup watering system for them, so that if they do kick stuff into their usual waterer, they will at least be able to access some fresh water through these little nipples. So we need to get that organised, and we also want to build a bit of an extender for them. They're getting quite tall now, and even though that brooder is designed for them to be in there for up to 6 weeks, they're quite large breeds of chickens, so they grow quite big. They're not small chickens like the silkies that tend to be quite petite. They will grow up to be quite big. So I fear that we're not giving them enough space right now, not enough headroom for them to do what they need to do. And it also means that their food and their water is obviously quite low to the ground, and as they get taller, it's too low to the ground. When they were small it was fine because they had to reach up to get the food and the water, and they didn't kick things up because they couldn't kick that hard. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I've learned so much about chickens the last few months. It's been a big year of learning about all the things, the bread making, the chickens, the gardening. It's been a lot of fun. But I did show you as I sat down that I finished my Cozy Knitter Advent socks for today, the stripes for today. And I'm really excited because tomorrow's colourway is looking very fun. But that's where we are now. That is day 10 completed. And you can see what's coming. A little spoiler there. Should have put a spoiler warning up. We'll see if I remember to do that in editing. So yeah, that's exciting. Got my socks done. I'm really happy because I got to knit on them a little bit while I was making the pancakes this morning. The other thing I'm really happy about is that I've finished all the Christmas decorating for now. So you would have seen that my son put the tree up on the star. He put the star on the tree for me. I did have to adjust it a little bit. It was a little wonky. But that was nice that he did that, and I have video footage of him this year, so he can't tell me that he's never done it before. I've got the wreath on the door. There's a wind warning that we received just a little while ago, though I may need to take it down so it doesn't blow away if these gusts do hit us. And the evening is set to be quite relaxing. So my hope now is to sit down with a little bit of knitting. I would like to, now that I've finished my stripes for today, I'd like to cast on my December Desert Vista dye work socks. Yeah, I want to do that. And maybe knit a little bit on my habitation throw. I haven't pulled that out for a little while. That is here somewhere. I think it might be just behind me. Okay, I grabbed it. It is in this big basket here that I picked up from Harndorf, which is a little town just around the corner from us. And these are from Ghana, I believe. Yeah, the store is called Zambezi Crafts. I will put a link down below in the description bar so that you can look them up if you're in the South Australian Adelaide area. So yeah, that is a really lovely basket. And I'm storing my yarns in here. Now this is the 2020, I think. I think it's the 2020 Sweet Skein of Mine Advent Calendar. And you can see I've pretty much finished off all of these ones. So it starts off with day one. Let's give it to you the right way around. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 24 little holes here. And you can see that I've got these left to go pretty much. I think maybe I go into these again one more time to finish off. But I don't have much left to go at all. And yet I haven't picked it up since September. I think it was September last time I worked on this. But I have done quite a lot of it. I don't think I'll be able to show you effectively now or here. I might need to pop it on the floor and show you. But let's see. I just found my Google Chrome remote in the basket. Oh dear. Okay, so let's see if we can give you a bit here. Yeah, so I'm on the decrease side now. Finished all the increases. Yeah, no, this isn't working so well. I might lay this down on the floor. Okay, that's better. It's actually really nice to lay it out because I haven't seen it in all of its glory laid out like this yet either. So, it's coming along, isn't it? I started it down here last Vlogmas, and, sorry, down here. And by the time Vlogmas was done, I got to where this lovely peppermint hot chocolate is. I was wondering where this charm was. I completely forgot it was on here. I would like to use this on my peppermint hot chocolate socks actually, so I might switch it out. This charm is by Simply Serving, I believe. I can't remember if I got it in an advent or if I got it... That's right, I ordered some yarn from a homespun house a couple of years ago, I think. And I also ordered this charm because it's so cute. So yeah, this charm marks where I got to during Vlogmas last year. I started this a ways into Vlogmas, so it wasn't really from the first day. But yeah, I ended up working on it throughout the year and got quite far. And I'm using 20, well, as much of the 20 grams as I can without risking running out. So what I've done here is I've made some modifications from the pattern, and I've added a bare yarn to separate the stripes, and I do the eyelet rows in the bare yarn. And I think I'm doing 5 garter ridge rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I'm doing 5 garter ridge rows. The pattern does specify how many rows there should be before the garter ridge. It is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give too much away, but I have made modifications here, and what I'm doing is repeating the colors. So I started on this color here and then got through to day 24 with this is day 24 colorway. So that's a whole color repeat there from the advent. And then this is the 25th day full skein that we received in that advent. And then I start the pattern again. And actually I think I will finish it off with with those first few colors again, the way that I've calculated it. So I think I will probably use those again. Excuse the puffed outness. struggling to record and talk through this. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. It's going to be a lovely piece once it's done. And I'm really happy with it. So again, this is the Sweet Skein of Mine Advent Calendar from 2020, I think. I have a feeling it was 2020. The bear yarn that I'm using is the same one I used for my Cozy Comfort Throw, and it is the Nundle Woolen Mills Bear Sock Yarn. This is, I think, well, I haven't used that much of this. I'm not actually sure how much I've used. But yes, it is I don't know if you can read that in there, 75/25 bear sock yarn. So I'm keeping that attached and holding it along the edge. And yeah, trying to weave my ends in as I go, because as you can imagine there are quite a lot of ends. And I think I can finish this maybe by the end of the year if I focus on it. Not if I decide to start another Advent project though, which I'm really keen to. Thank you to everyone who gave me suggestions and recommendations in, I think, day 7 maybe? I think it might have been the day 7 at Vlogmas that I asked for recommendations for patterns. And I do have an Advent pattern bundle, I've remembered the word for that now, linked down in the description bar below if you're keen on seeing some potential patterns that are available for Advent yarns. But yeah, that's my habitation throw so far. Now I was inspired, and I talked about this last year, I think it was around day 17 perhaps last year. I talked about my inspiration for the modifications of this. I watched Crafty Kristen J's Vlogmas last year and got the idea to do the alternating stripes, or the bare stripes between the colorways. And she got the idea from, I think it was Knick Knack Zack. So feel free to check out episode 17 from last year for the details, because it has been a while now. But yeah, I think I cast this on like the 16th or the 14th of December last year. Long-term project. Realistically, I could have done it much quicker, but I did knit on some other big things this year. And yeah, it's a lovely, soothing knit. As I'm putting this away, I just realised I hadn't mentioned where I got this box from. I did talk about it last year because I did buy it during Vlogmas last year. These are available at Kmart if you're in Australia, and they're very affordable. I've got a couple of them. I've got one of my other Advents in one, and I do want to buy another one because I'm accumulating Advents that I haven't had a chance to knit. But hopefully this one will be done quite soon. And yeah, it's been great to be able to keep them in the order that I opened the Advent in, and to know exactly where I'm up to with that. And this fits beautifully. Did I close that properly? This fits beautifully in my basket without any fear of things falling out or losing their order, which has been great. It's been a good way to manage 24 different colorways that I'm repeating, using a couple of times. And the last thing to talk about are my socks. So these are the Cozy Knitter Advent socks that I am wearing today. Now, I did get asked about how I do my heel, and I use an Afterthought heel for these socks because I never really know if the stripes happen to change, if they for whatever reason change size from year to year, I don't really want to assume that the socks will have the same number of rounds, or the stripes will have the same number of rounds every year. So what I do is I knit the whole tube, and then I cut in the Afterthought heels afterwards. And I use Kirby Wirby's process to make that determination on where that heel gets cut. So I will link the Kirby Wirby Afterthought cut-in heel, I think it's called, tutorial for you because I found it invaluable when I was learning to knit an Afterthought heel, and I think it's really helpful. So if you're keen to try that, I highly recommend that tutorial. I really love these socks. They're very lovely and festive and so cozy. I just spilt my coffee. Oops. I don't know how that happened. I was just turning the camera on. Okay, all I needed to say was I'm all out of whack now. I need to clean that up. I just wanted to say I just realised that I forgot to say that the habitation throw is a pattern by Helen Stewart. I would have popped it on the screen more than likely, but just thought I'd mention that as well. And I'm going to leave you there, go clean up my mess, because apparently I don't know how to turn a camera on and hold a coffee cup at the same time. And I will chat with you again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to just a lovely relaxing evening. My husband is finalising dinner and I'm very grateful to him for that because I feel like I've been doing a lot of cooking lately, so it's nice to have a break. And yeah, a bit of knitting on the agenda tonight, which is very exciting, and not just on Advent socks, but I am keen to get it would be nice to get a stripe done on the cozy knitter. No, see, stuck. It would be nice to get at least a stripe done on the habitation throw, whilst I still try to decide what I'm going to knit with this year's Advent. I may end up waiting until I've opened everything up and see what all of the colours are like. I do like to see them all together. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. From one day to the next, things change and I have inspiration or ideas, or I remember something that I had planned or have seen somewhere before that inspired me. So I will leave it there. I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you're having a great day. I hope that you're getting a lot of knitting done and a lot of relaxation and beverage drinking, not spilling. See you tomorrow.
Come joining us all, the feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go, caroling through the snow all day. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bear toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Wake up with a smile, the feeling is right today. Magic in the air.